What up, y'all? It's your boy Savage Rider, and I'm back with another video. You already know what it is. All praise and glory goes to the Most High, Yahweh Shah, Yeshua, whatever name y'all go by, man. So, I want to talk about failure, right? Really, what failure is just a precursor to success, man. Failure teaches you lessons that success cannot. In life, we go through trials, we go through tribulations. No one is perfect. We all come up short. We all don't always get it the first time. And then what the universe will do, the universe will take you through a series of trials and tribulations to test your faith, to test your strength, and to test your skills. Not to beat you down, not to take stuff from you. You know, that victim mentality of, why does it have to be me? Why does it have to be me? That's not the right mentality to have. And we're humans having spiritual experiences. So sometimes these human emotions can cloud our judgment. And that's all right. Just don't dwell in that. So, like, I want to talk about my experience with failure just now. Yesterday, I went to go take my road test at the DMV. And I don't know, like, my nerves had got the best of me. And unfortunately, I didn't pass the test. But luckily, I get to retake it in 2 weeks. Now that I have experience of doing the course, and I'm studying the tapes, and I'm looking at the maps of the course and stuff, I'm actually doing my homework, I feel like I'll be fine. I feel like that experience had to happen so I could learn a valuable lesson. You know, so that my strength could get tested. Do I want what I truly want? And it wasn't the first time. When it came to this driving stuff, it wasn't the first time I came up short. Even with anything in life, honestly. I remember when I got my permit for the first time, when I still was back in high school, so they like to call it. I took my permit test because, you know, when you're in high school, you gotta take the written portion, and then you gotta do the roll portion. So here's the thing. I ain't get it the first time. I had just a 79 because you gotta have at least 80% to pass. So you can only get like 10 questions wrong. So I got exactly a 79, and I took it again, and I passed. I think with like a 90. Was it 92, 94, something like that, 96? I don't remember. But I know it was in the 90s. Then I went to go get my permit card at my instructor gave it to me. My teacher gave me the instructor card. It's like they give you like a card to take to the DMV to get your permit with if it's your first time. So, right, the first time I went to the DMV, I couldn't get my permit. It was overcrowded. Then the second time I went back, I went and I got it. You know, even with, I remember my first time ever having a huge platform. I went all the way down there to Houston, Texas, man, to do what I love, spit poetry. I was in a poetry competition, right? So, what happened to get on the team to compete in Houston, I had to compete for that too. And then in the competition, I did pretty well, but I didn't get that spot right away. I didn't win that competition, though I decimated like the first 2 rounds. The third round, man, I came up short with somebody else, and I'm looking like that, like, man, there's people out here that ain't even got what I got. They don't got the talent, don't got the drive that I have, and how come they get the spot? I felt some kind of way, and I'm like, you know what? I don't care what happened. I'm still gonna keep going with what I'm doing. I kept showing up to my poetry workshops. I stayed in touch with my coaches. I could have just been a bitter motherfucker. Be like, nah, man, I lost the competition. Well, I'm lost. I ain't gonna do it no more, man. And I felt like that. I'm like, man, fuck it. I ain't gonna do this shit. But I'm like, I know I gotta do this shit because this all I fucking got. And so, you know, universe came through for me. I say, like, a couple days later, I got a call saying that I made the team because somebody else dropped. That's the Most High, man. Sometimes the Most High will take you through trials and tribulations to test your strength. Not because, oh, you may not be a good enough performer or you may not be a good enough driver. You know, I've been practicing driving, you know, for a couple years now. You know what I'm saying? On and off. So I have decent knowledge of the road and what to do. Not that I'm a terrible driver. It just wasn't my time. Mentally, I just wasn't ready for the test. But I get another chance. And so I feel like the second time I can do it. I can get it done. And even if I don't get it done that time, I will try again. I'll keep trying till I get it. But I don't plan on failing again. I feel like this time I can get it because I know what the course is like. I've seen it. I've experienced it. I ain't do the whole course, but I've watched the videos and I've drawn up the maps. So I know what to expect now. I know what I must do. I know what mistakes I made. I know exactly which mistakes I made. And now I know how to correct them. I have the knowledge now. I had to go through that experience so I could attain the knowledge that I needed to actually get what I want. You know what I'm saying? Not that the universe wanted to take it from me. And sometimes your human mind, that's what your human mind will do. This is not fair. I could have passed. I had that taken from me. Yeah, that's how you could feel. But if you look at it from a different perspective, what if you would have got your license that day, right? And let's just say, right, you got a car, and then all of a sudden you got a car. Somebody like, a stranger came up to you like, yeah, you want this car, bro? Here's this car. I'll give you this free car. You take the car, you start it, and they got a fucking bomb in it, and it explodes. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that's always the case, but that's just an analogy to put it into perspective more that you may not get what you want right away because you're not ready for it. You're not prepared. And that was my situation. I just was not prepared. I thought I was prepared, but, you know, when I got behind that wheel for the test, I just wasn't ready. So I had to go through this experience so I could have better preparation. And I am. You know, I booked the road test. I just got to book the practice session because I practiced before the test. So, which is a good thing. If y'all out there, you don't got your license yet, you trying to get your license, you never had a license before, I recommend you practice with a driving school or someone that you trust. You know, like a close family member or something. You don't got that, do a driving school. You know, find a good driving school in your area and do it that way. You know, some states, most states will allow you to take your road test in the instructor's car. So definitely get on that. That's what I did. So yeah, man, you know, it's nothing to be ashamed about. I was feeling a little down yesterday. I'm like, dag, man, I ain't passed my test. And I did feel some kind of way, but I had to go through that so I could have that experience and learn that lesson. Because failure will teach you lessons success never will. If I would have just got my shit the first go, you know what I'm saying, then all of a sudden, I get behind the wheel and I got in some shit and I lose my license and I can't drive for several years. Something to think about. So yeah, this was just a quick message. You know, don't be ashamed that if you fell at something, it's not your fault. Don't blame yourself. Don't berate yourself for it. Just take it for what it is and keep it moving. All right? So I thank y'all for listening to this message, and I'll see y'all around.